Welcome to my channel Shadows of History. In your opinion, who was the more honorable man in terms of character and integrity, Robert E. Lee or Ulysses S. Grant? In your opinion, who was the more honorable man in terms of character and integrity, Robert E. Lee or Ulysses S. Grant? Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee's father-in-law freed his slaves in his 1859 will. Robert E. Lee was named the executor of that will, but decided to keep his father-in-law's slaves in slavery, to work off the debts of Arlington Plantation. Knowing they were supposed to be freed, some of the slaves ran away. Robert E. Lee had them whipped when they were captured, including a female slave. Despite being married, Robert E. Lee was at the very least an insatiable flirt. In a letter to a young woman he had been flirting with who got married, he asked if she climaxed on her wedding night. Creepy. Robert E. Lee accepted command of the armed forces of Virginia, which were in open rebellion against the United States. 2 days before his resignation from the United States Army went into effect, which seems to me to come under the definition of treason. On December 29, 1862, Robert E. Lee finally freed his father-in-law's slaves, as ordered in his will. This was 3 days before January 1, 1863, when Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation went into effect, which would have freed them. In his invasion of Pennsylvania during the Gettysburg Campaign, Robert E. Lee's troops kidnapped free black Pennsylvanians who didn't manage to escape. Men, women, children, and babies, who were brought south to be sold into slavery. Realizing there was nothing ever honorable about slavery after the war, Robert E. Lee was one of the first to put forward the Southern mythology that it was all about states' rights.